All right, this is Snyder Fans Read Comics. We're talking Absolute Batman. Sorry, not Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman and the hidden powers of the Sunstone Dust, which is Superman's cape. So that and so much more after this with the intro to Snyder Fans Read Comics.
Oh my god! Monolith is making a DC game! Let's fucking go!
Hey there, and peace out.
Welcome everybody. I'm your host TeladiaPlays, and that's my co-host as per usual, Jared from Comics League.
How you doing?
I'm good. We're here to talk about Absolute Superman. I said Absolute Batman at the start. That was my mistake.
It's all right. We confuse them time.
Yeah, Brown Destroyer, welcome.
What's up, Brown Destroyer?
Okay, so we're here to talk about Absolute Superman. And my God, what an issue!
Yeah, number 2. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
So we get an
New Gods.
advertisement of the New Gods book, which actually looks pretty interesting. I will probably check it out. So we learn here. So here's what's interesting about this. The way this starts is that we get a little information on like Krypton, and what's cool about it. Here's where it gets really good. We learn that like Krypton is like so reliant upon artificial intelligence that like they use AI to write for them. So when Cal talks about how like he wrote like a paper, they were like, "You wrote? We have like AI that writes for us." So then we see Lame, and she's holding him at gunpoint. And by the way, we did get a little information on the glowing bracelets. More on that later.
Yeah.
And she keeps shooting him, and then we get the cool thing. So the gauntlet kind of wraps around her arm. It's kind of like a defense mechanism. Then we see some peacemakers, and oh boy, have I never wanted more characters to die than peacemakers. And so they start blasting with electricity, and then the cape deploys, dude. And I gotta say, this is probably the coolest cape of all time.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
by the way, Brand Destroyer is asking, is it very clear now that Superman is less powerful in the Absolute Universe?
yeah, exactly. Hey, what's up, Ray?
Hey, what's up, Randy? Randy says, funnily enough, Lois fits right with them.
Yeah, the bad guys. I know, with the peacemakers. And he just flies, and so apparently they have helicopter tanks, and I'm like, well, that's new. And
That's cool.
yeah, it is kind of cool. So they pursue him. He peace at all costs. That's hilarious. And they blast him with the cape, and the cape like forms around them like a cocoon. And then he just walks out like a badass. Like, wow.
But carrying the wrong person.
He hasn't met Diana yet. I'll allow it. And she keeps blasting him with the electricity because she's Lois Lane. And the tanks arrive, and he's like holding up like a car. He throws the car at the tank, and the tank crashes. It's called a helitank. And Clark goes and saves people. And I like how they're like walking out of the burning building as the cape is like carrying them. And the other cool thing is like the cape can actually treat people's wounds. And I'm like, well, that's new.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's not like any like generic nanotech thing, because I didn't see Tony Stark's nanotech doing this.
In a cave.
In a box of scraps. And then he puts out the fire. And then she releases the handcuffs, and then he like flies away. Now, and then she starts like she's being interviewed by Brainiac. Yep. I hope that this is an actual Brainiac and not whatever the hell Superman and Lois was doing.
You won't let that go.
No, I won't. And Lois essentially becomes like a computer leaker who like leaks stories and stuff. And she types out a story. Then we learn that Lara, Superman's mother, is the one that made the suit. So the whole suit is actually the Sunstone, and it's designed to like shift and mold around the individual, and it's essentially like they call it like a rocket ship. Now here's the interesting thing. So he doesn't fly unless he doesn't fly unless he like is in the suit. So does this mean that Absolute Superman without the suit can't fly?
It's
like maybe they went back to the Golden Age thing where he could only jump really far.
Jumping a single bound, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So again, and I like how this book is giving Lara actually some agency, and then it's like programmable matter essentially, where it can make cannons and stuff. And then we see Clark is leaving Brazil, going to Venezuela, and then Lois publishes a story, and then the Peacemakers execute some civilians, and then the next issue is gonna be the last days of Krypton. And then we get a preview for like a Batman story. But anyway, that's Absolute Superman #2.
I gotta say, you know what's really interesting about Absolute Superman #2?
What?
Was the fact that obviously the healing of the cape.
Yeah, that was really cool.
I think that's really cool for a hidden power. We've never seen that in a Kryptonian ever. So I think that's a hidden power.
Yeah, well, of the cape, because it's not just Superman, it's the cape.
It's the cape of Krypton, right? As I call it, the cape of Krypton, because I thought it was the ashes of Krypton, but no, it was.
That's what I thought. No, it could be the cape but the suit is the Sunstone.
By the way, Brand Destroyer is saying, firstly says, is this going to be an individual 5 or 6 issue before they all meet each other?
According to Scott Snyder, it could take a year for the Trinity to actually meet up.
Okay, so it could be a full year. Randy is saying, isn't it funny that whenever DC forces Superman alien side, his stories become more interesting?
I know, and if only more Superman writers understood that.
I mean, this is interesting. It makes what was that story? That Thor story?
What Thor story?
The one that the writer that does Absolute Superman did Thor.
Oh, God Butcher.
Butcher.
He did an entire run. It wasn't just one story.
Yeah, but it makes the God Butcher Thor look like peanuts compared to this. I mean, if you think about it, this is like telling a backstory of the cape. We've never had that in a universe where Superman's backstory of Krypton has been told extra mentally, and about the suit and about what's going to happen in the future. Like, I mean, we all know the story of Superman blast off to Earth when he was a baby and all of that, right? We all know that story. But this is like a whole new level of detail of what Superman is. And like you said, I think they've gone back to the 1930s, to be honest with you, like you suggested.
I was thinking, yeah, because it's like he never flies unless he's in the suit. Because we notice in this part, and I'll reshare my screen as soon as I get there. Yeah. On this part, he's just walking.
What if he's trying to only use those powers for saving civilians?
Well, not only that, actually, here's what explains it.
Okay, hold on. We got
here's what explains it actually. So Jason Aaron said that like Superman's powers are like a solar battery that he has to constantly recharge. It could just be he's out of battery charge, because if you notice up here, the suit kind of starts to degenerate in areas.
Just to hold that thought for a second, we got Bianca. Welcome, Bianca.
Hey!
Hello.
Are you eating?
Listen, I saw your stuff. I saw your message after I finished my food. I'm like, oh, frick, it's 6:10.
All right.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's all good, but we're here to talk about Absolute Superman #2. I don't know if you read last week's issue.
Never.
No? Okay, so Jared,
Don't worry,
just
it's okay.
mini recap.
Basically, Superman does this whole champion of the oppressed thing against peacemakers and kicks their asses, as he should, because peacemakers suck. And we learned that the cape can, like, basically form a shield around him. He drags Lois around like the dead weight that she is and will always be. And we also learn that the 𝐂𝐓𝐇 can actually heal people. And then we also learned that Superman's mother, Laura, made the Superman suit that's like supposed to be programmable, like matter, essentially.
I remember saying that it'd be funny if the cape was like a Doctor Strange kind of cape.
If it was like sentient, that would be funny. I don't think it's that, but that would be hilarious.
That would be interesting and cool. But
it's like the cape has a mind of its own.
Yeah.
But all in all, pretty dope issue.
Yeah, I have to say it's a pretty dope issue. I have to say it's a solid 9 out of 10 for me. I have to say a couple.
Same.
The only couple of pointers that I didn't like is the Peacemaker situation. So,
well, yeah, because
baby hands. Oh wow,
Lois is the key.
No, she's not.
She's the key.
She has never been the key and never will be the key.
Baby hands is here. I wish I had it.
Well, actually, in the Gunverse, because Snyderverse is no longer the thing, she's not the key anymore. So hey, there you go. Haha. Using your own arguments against you, brother.
But I'll say, like, this issue is done really, really well. It's different. It's unique, and like I said before, the backstory is like really interesting. It's intriguing. It's got me invested into reading more issues, and obviously, I want to know the last days of Krypton,
which is next week's issue.
I am super excited.
Wait, is it? Oh yeah. What was it this week's issues? Was there any this week's comics? Was
I don't know if they came out, but all I know is that the next Absolute Superman issue is the Last Days of Krypton.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Wonder Woman is not Wonder Woman. No, it's not yet. I don't think it's not out yet, but by the way, Brandon Story says Snyder did Lois best.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Let me put it this way. I've always said movie and TV show Lois is tolerable. Comic book Lois royally sucks.
There you go, guys. There is Jared's commentary on that. But Bianca, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on the Absolute Universe? If you've read on them or saw.
I have not. This is my only source of exposure.
Well, what do you think of what we showed you so far?
What do you think of what we showed you?
It is a billion out of 10 because of the cape.
Bianca is so easy to please. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it is. Amy Adams just killed it. She is certainly the best actor to do Lois.
Yep.
Yes, she is. Pep. But I wanted to ask this question, Jerry, because I think because you have more knowledge about comics than I do, right? That's what you're the comics lord. What am I saying? You are the comics lord, right?
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you: do you think the Last Days of Krypton, the last part of it, do you think it'd be like this whole like meteor explosions, or do you think there'll be like things like from underneath that will go up, like ashes?
Probably stuff underneath, because if you notice in issue 1, when we first see Jor-El, he's like going into those mines, and then you see like all the green kryptonite coming up from the core. I think it's more of an implosion thing and not like an explosion thing.
Okay. Cameron is here. Welcome, Cameron. He says, "Hey guys, I hope Absolute keeps getting the best treatment."
So far it is. I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. And I think that this is definitely one to lives up to the expectations of getting people excited for more and more stuff. We got the Bat Tank, so we got that.
It's a black Tank.
Tank.
Yeah.
This is so good.
So this is interesting, and then we also got we also got Absolute Wonder Woman, where we got the unfortunate Steve Trevor.
He wasn't that bad. Just because he's included in the
what?
issue does not mean it's going to be bad.
No, the unfortunate meaning that he died and then came back.
He didn't die in Absolute Wonder Woman.
No, didn't he? No, he didn't die. But I mean, like he thought he died.
He died in the main book, which is about the only good thing Tom King did in that book.
That is true. That is true. I get confused between the two because when you because in the mainline continuity he's gone. In the Absolute universe he's there. But with Superman it's a different thing. With Superman, I really want to know what Brainiac looks like. That's what I'm really interested in.
He will be yellow instead of green.
No. I want him to be I want him to be you know how the 1930s or 1940s Brainiac looked like?
Not since the 1940s.
You mean the dude that was like in green, but also actually, you know what? I'll pull up a picture. Screw it.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? You mean this Brainiac? Hang on.
It was in I think it was in the 75th anniversary show.
You mean this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be. It does kind of look like that's the one they're going for.
That'd be really funny and unique if they went for that design.
Mm-hmm.
And they just modernized it, but yeah. Brand Destroyer. What if Krypton did not destroy except 99% of population?
That would be interesting. Like it doesn't exactly blow up, or maybe it's like invaded, or there's something going on where like not every Kryptonian is dead. That would be interesting if they did that.
Oh, I just had a thought, Jared. What if the Daxamites invaded Krypton?
But they were never at war. Well, if in the Absolute universe they could be at war, it's possible.
It could be a really cool concept, right?
It could. There's a potential there.
Because obviously they've never been at war, but I think, you know, well, if you take a look at the Supergirl TV show, Daxamites did not like Krypton. They're like sister planets.
Well, they did that in Earth 1, where there was a race of Kryptonian-like creatures that were at war with Krypton.
And Pep's got a question, by the way. Isn't Krypton reliant on AI in Absolute?
Yeah, universe? It is. They kind of hinted at that at the beginning, where Cal is being like yelled at by his teachers because he didn't let AI write an article. Yeah, that could be its doom too. Kind of like in Superman the Animated Series, because Brainiac knew the planet was going to be destroyed, but let the planet blow up.
Yeah, I think it's definitely got that. I think the AI thing has got that. But what I find is that the suit is AI.
The suit has an AI. The suit basically has a Jarvis in it. And
I'm just like saying to myself, I'm like, DC, please, I urge you, please make more of this stuff in mainline continuity in the future. Like original or Elseworld stories, but original stories like this. Because that's what DC needs to do. Like, what do you think, Bianca?
As long as they're interesting, and doesn't matter to me if it's something completely new and different or just a remake of what's been done before.
Yeah, I mean it's not the same. It'll be different. That's why I mean, like, for example, Tom Taylor doing the Knights of what's it called? What was it called, Jared? The Elseworld storyline.
Dark Knights Steel.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Dark Knights of Steel.
Oh, yeah.
So something like that, where it's a different take on Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. So they should do something like that, make it fresher for different Elseworlds and have different people on that. I would love to see Charles Soule come back to work
Charles
with DC.
Soule? I love Charles Soule.
Yes, I love his work.
We need Charles Soule to come back and work on DC. It'd be a
He said he
dream
would love to, so come back and replace Tom King on Wonder Woman. We'll all be happy. As you
You
can tell,
want him to-
Bianca, I'm still not a
He-
fan of
he-
whatever
he's
the
not
hell that
happy.
guy is doing on Wonder Woman.
He's not happy
course.
on what Tom King has ruined. That's the best way to put
He
it.
hasn't ruined everything yet because they'll just retcon it out. That's what happens with comics. The next writer comes on, pretends the previous run does not exist. That's what they'll do.
Okay.
So really, it's just a waiting game. Even a lot of the stuff that he's done that could be considered irreversible. Sorry, this is comics. Everything goes back to the status quo.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask both of you this, right? If you had to pick, obviously we know that we got New 52, Rebirth, Absolute. Out of all the comics you've read over the years, which universe do you think, without its completion, at the start of each period, do you think is doing really well? Do you think, in comparison?
What's the question again?
It's not just me.
So
Yeah, what's the question?
comparing New 52, Rebirth, Absolute, Dawn of DC.
Well, hang on a second. Rebirth and New 52 are the same universe. They're not a different universe.
It was just slightly
Slightly
redid some things.
changed.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I thought it was different. Like the
No, it wasn't. You had the New 52, which was awesome, and then the Rebirth, which sucked.
okay. So okay, let's put it like this then. What do you think about the New 52, the beginning of the New 52, the beginning of Dawn of DC, and the beginning of Absolute Universe? Which has been your, like, if you had to pick, which would be your favorite starting point?
Absolute, because they're starting slow with like one book at a time. The problem with the New 52 is that when it launched, what they did is they were like 52 books in one at once, and I'm like, I can't read all these.
That is true. What do you think, Bianca? What would you get to compare? Like New 52, Dawn of DC, and Absolute, which one out of what you've read? Okay.
For me, I've been enjoying the Dawn stuff right now. I'm trying to pick up on my boxes of comic books, and I was like, I'm not going to be buying any more because I'm not financially stable, so I might as well read on what's been going on. I've been having some fun since I've read it. I've finished most of the Batman ones. Finished that Harley Quinn one, where she destroys the DCU. And then now I'm off to Superman.
Okay.
It's a good
I
one.
like the art of the Superman one.
Brandon started saying, I'd be happy if Vandal Savage had some powers beyond immortality. That would be really interesting.
That's interesting. I would actually enjoy that.
So Pep is asking a general question for us. General question for the whole panel. What villains do you want to see the most in the Absolute Batman?
Deathstroke.
Form a design level, I mean.
Deathstroke. I want to see how an Absolute Deathstroke changes. Like, do they lean into the more tactical area, or do they make him look more like a ninja?
Wasn't he a Nightwing villain?
He's a Batman villain.
He's a Batman villain. Case in point, they made him look like a really cool dude in Suicide Squad.
What does that have to do with him being a Batman villain, though?
Because he was in Batman Arkham Origins, and
that makes sense. Yeah, if he was in a Batman Arkham game, I count him as a Batman villain. So yeah, and Perp says he counts. Deathstroke.
Yeah.
How about you, Bianca?
How about you, Bianca? What would you? What sort of villain would you want in the Absolute
female
Batman?
one?
Okay, be more specific. Be more specific.
A little bit more specific, please.
No specificality. Literally all the female villains that are no longer used anymore. got their one shot.
Like Poison Ivy. Like, okay, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Bianca, for the Absolute Universe: Punchline or Harley?
Punchline.
Okay.
For the Absolute Universe specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she's not I mean, she has some stuff going
why
on,
she
but
didn't
it's not
work
as
out?
interesting. So
You know why she didn't work out? Because she's literally a ripoff of Harley Quinn.
yeah.
What James Tynion actually did when he created all those characters, which he just looked at what was working and then ripped off those. Ghostmaker is basically Deathstroke. Clownmaker is basically Red Hood. And Punchline is other Harley Quinn.
So make her something different in the Absolute Universe.
Pep's got like a couple of things, by the way. First, he says, have they show Ivy yet?
Not yet. That one I'm really interested in.
Ivy, I'm interested in for sure. And Joker's, and he said Joker's daughter.
There's a lady in a suit. There's a lady with a little puppet similar to Scarface, and I'm like, I want those villains.
So Perp is also saying Joker's daughter Bianca, she was the worst. She's cringe me out.
Oh, Joker's daughter? Yeah, no, I don't want that.
She says she's just annoyed people, reboot her, and make her evil, not cringe.
That can work.
Yeah, it can. It can work. But I don't think you can do Joker's daughter yet. But you can. You can.
First.
You can actually. You can actually do Joker's daughter. But how do you?
But you have to actually have the Joker in a story and not like a what's the word? A post credit scene, if you will.
And then he has to spread his seed.
Oh God, do we need that image, Bianca?
No, we don't need that image, Bianca.
God damn.
But the reason why I say it can be done is because think about it. They could do a reverse of the mainline continuity because think about it, he's rich in this universe, right? In the Absolute Universe. So what if he had an affair with Talia al Ghul?
Joker with Talia? No. No, don't make Damon.
Don't worry, it's like a green card, except it's for money reasons.
No.
It's no romantic involved.
No. I'm not into that. No.
Yeah.
Randy says Danny Dio. I can't pronounce the surname.
Dan Didio is what he's trying to spell.
Okay, Dan Dio was right. These people are lazy. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are lazy. 100%. DC Comics is definitely lazy. He is correct on that. As Britt and I detailed.
The amount of detail you guys go into that is crazy, and the amount of...
She just sends me the PowerPoints, and we just go through them, and it ends up being like 3 hours. I'm like, oh, God.
Talk faster!
No, it's fine. It's good. It's fun. And the episodes do great, so I'm like, I'm not going to screw with the formula.
So
I'll just die in the process. It's okay.
Yeah,
we're coming to that point now where anything goes, where you guys ask us any questions, because we've done the half an hour of good topic of discussion talking about DC, and we talked about the Absolute Universe, but this is where you guys ask us questions on anything. It's a transition. First question, Brand Destroyer. Why is the chick in Arkham Origin? She could be part of the Absolute Universe.
That chick in Arkham. Oh, Copperhead? I thought she was a gender bent version of a male character in the Arkham Origins. I can't remember. There was also Lady Shiva. You can use Lady Shiva. That one would work.
Yeah, you could do Lady Shiva. What do you think, Bianca?
I have not played any Batman games.
What?
Well, you got to get on that.
I'm not a good detective. I'm not good at riddles either. Listen, I would just watching my brother play, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
There you go.
Man Destroyer says, "Yep, Copperhead."
I would be a terrible Batman.
Oh boy.
Lou-
Oh
Lou-
yeah. And knowing you, you would probably walk right into a fight and forget how to punch.
Little movie Pip
Depending
says,
on the controls.
Mhm.
Little movie Pip says, I just read DC Vampires. They made Barbara the Vampire Queen. It's crazy reinterpretation of the character, but I loved it. What's your favorite reinterpretation of the character? Drastically
Dude, that's a
different.
good question.
Where
Let me
did
think.
where did I stop on DC Vampires? Oh yeah, she was the queen. She is the queen. I believe they're continuing that. Yes.
Yeah, it's really good. In terms of dramatic change, that is a great question. Probably, and we're talking Elseworlds, I assume. I would have to say dramatic reinvention because there's a lot. I gotta think. I would have to say actually anyone from Dark Knights of Steel because that's basically DC's Game of Thrones. That was
Same.
freaking great.
Same. I'd say Dark Knights of Steel as well. What about you, Bianca?
I don't think I have much of the newer Elseworlds. I do have a lot of older Elseworlds though. My favorite interpretation is when Batman and Jekyll was Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of thing.
Oh, that's good. I know that one. Or how about when Batman became Green Lantern?
Oh, I remember when that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
There was also Superman, but it was in medieval times.
There's a lot of medieval DC stories. There's also Superman where he became Batman and he was basically killing people. So yes, Superman kills and Batman kills. There you go.
So, is there any more questions you guys want to ask us? Put them in the chat. Bianca, if you have any question for Jared, feel free to ask Jared any question.
How, I didn't watch the entire thing, but how was the playthrough of the Suicide Squad with Nick?
Oh my gosh, that was great. Just he admitted gameplay was okay. We only got like 3 hours in, and there was like a lot to get through.
Yeah, for the intro to play, it was forever.
It took forever. By the way, so Teladia, it took forever for us to get in one game because I forgot that you have to change to a co-op server out of a private server. So I was trying to figure out how to do that. It was taking forever on Nick's side to load, and Nick was getting pissy.
Okay. I gotta take a look at the stream. I gotta watch that stream back.
It was glorious. Oh, and then we all got very scared. The best reactions came in the scene when Batman's hunting us, or like when we'll look up on the rooftops and see Batman standing there, and then we're all doing the SpongeBob meme. He's standing there menacingly.
And did you guys get the opportunity to play Gotham Knights, or now you're gonna save that?
Not yet. Not yet. Later.
Okay. I was like wondering why I got no notification for that Nick stream.
Oh, Gotham Knights was on sale. I believe it was like $5 or something like that. And I was like, do I buy it? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's why Nick ended up playing Suicide Squad, because he said on stream that if I bought him Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, he would play it. And I was like, okay.
It's challenge motivation we need.
Challenge accepted. And he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a really good question. Who would win in a fight, League of Shadows or the Court of Owls?
Court of Owls. Court of Owls have basically super soldiers called Talons. That's it. That's all I got to say.
Oh, they're considered super soldiers.
Yeah, they pretty much are enhanced.
Captain America.
Yeah, I would have to say League of Shadows.
Oh, all right. I see how it is.
Because they're ninjas, and they're in the shadows.
So are the Court of Owls.
No, but the thing is, with ninjas, they can be replaced.
So can the Court of Owls. I can go all day,
Everybody's
Teladia.
replaceable, just like retail.
But the thing is, the League of Shadows uses the Lazarus Pit. The Court of Owls don't has the Lazarus Pit on
they
their side.
use Dionysium / Batmantium, which once it's in their skin, they don't have to recharge in a pit. They can just go on.
That I did not know.
They're not constantly being like re-dipped into a pit. Yes, they have to like recharge because they're like reanimated corpses, but it's not like they have to like go into a pit or anything like that.
Okay, that I find interesting. Obviously, I'm trying to pick up the Court of Owls compressed book. I'm trying to get that up from Amazon because I see that because there's what is it it's the smaller book, isn't it? That they're doing. So I'm gonna try and pick that up and get that to read because I'm starting to pick up. Obviously, I've connected so many Superman books. I think it's time to start picking up other.
Not enough Superman books. What do you mean?
There's never enough Superman books.
Exactly.
I mean, I covered.
Jared gets it.
I got volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Action Comics of New 52.
You need
what
more!
about 4, 5, and 6?
4, 5, and 6 was the worst, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't remember.
Didn't you say that to me? That 4, 5, and 6 was it?
I don't remember.
Because volumes 1, 2, and 3 is about his suit. And then it was done by Grant Morrison, and Grant Morrison didn't do 4, 5, and 6.
I don't remember exactly what the story was for the ones after that.
Okay. But I'm thinking about picking up Wonder Woman. That's another one I want to pick up.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I think you'll dig that.
The compressed the compressed book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about picking the compressed book for Wonder Woman and the compressed book for Batman. So I have the Trinity basically. Say, okay, I've got the Trinity now.
I just realized, what's a compressed book?
They're basically taking a bunch of the DC trades that they're known for and putting them in more of like a compact form.
Yeah, compact. Yeah.
I have no. Do you guys have a visual?
I don't have one yet.
I can get you what it looks like.
Yay!
So let me get it up on.
I'm being annoyingly forcibly enthusiastic today. How terrible!
You're never annoying, Bianca.
I am to me. To me! It's always me!
To me, my X-Men.
To me,
my X-Men!
All right, so here is the Court of Owls compressed book on Amazon. You should be able to see it. Do you see it?
Is there a size comparison that you can find?
Like, what is the difference between this and a regular paperback?
This one's smaller. Like
Actually
smaller. It still has the same like stories, but it's smaller.
Like smaller in height, you mean, right?
Yeah, smaller in height.
Yeah. This is 304 pages.
So
and it was published.
You guys got those small bookshelves. We got you covered. It's smaller in height now.
And they're done the same with All-Star and Batman Hush.
Nice.
So I'm just showing you what. So this is what you get. It's basically the I think it's the first few volumes of Court of Owls, but yeah, it's kind of cool that we get to see that.
Nice. Congrats.
Boundary Story is saying was there a YNA novel where Bruce Wayne, Diana, Clark were orphans in the same orphanage after they got adopted for Eiffel Place?
I don't remember.
Young adult YA novel. Young adult.
I don't remember.
Wait, so if they got adopted in their right places, that means Bruce Wayne was never adopted.
That's true. That's true.
He stayed an orphan.
That's crazy.
Cue the sad words. Sad.
Perp saying, if a werewolf somehow got kryptonite to his teeth and bit Superman, would Superman become a super or super werewolf man?
I want to say yeah.
Yep, I would say so.
It worked with the vampire stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're saying, Perp. And Perp, I've forgotten about Terrifier, so you don't need to worry about me. I forgot about Terrifier.
So anyway, about Terrifier, I'm only kidding.
What's Terrifier? Is that a movie?
It's a horror movie that I sat back
Is it with
to
the
back.
clown?
The clown, yeah.
Yeah,
I watched it back to back to back. I watched all 3 films with Max, and yes, Max is scarred from it for the rest of his life.
And you guys watched all 3 movies, and it was like 6 hours long.
Yeah, and as Pepper said, Max's nightmare. Yes.
Oh, when I was first there, watching you guys watch it, he seemed to be like really into it. He's like, wow, I think this is going to be really good. And I'm like, oh, I'm guessing it got worse.
It got worse.
Oh.
But before we talk about something else, there is one thing I wanted to bring up, right? I think this is really cool and something we should talk about. And that is the fact that the sales for Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman are top 5, baby.
Suck it, Tom King. You're in the top 40.
I thought the good news was Jared finally got his black belt.
I stopped at advanced green. I lost interest in karate.
Black belt in Ludo?
Karate, but I stopped because I lost interest. But yeah, so Tom King's Wonder Woman, in fact, went down. He's not even in the top 50 anymore. It's funny how that works when someone that doesn't understand the character writes her into the grave.
Funny enough, you can just dye that belt black and nobody would know.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I'm a black belt. Here we go.
Bruce was a legitimate son. Diana was lost from Amazon's. If it's left me.
I don't remember what universe that was from.
Wait, if she got lost from the Amazons, but you said that they were adopted into their rightful places, so where is she if she's lost from the Amazons?
I have no idea. But what I was gonna say, yeah, suck it, Tom King. Yeah, you're at least the Absolute Universe is doing well in numbers, right?
Did his new book come out yet? The one where I forgot the female character's name. It was supposed to be like a 9/11 comic.
Oh yeah, Jenny Midnight or something like that. But yeah, and apparently it had some racist Muslim stereotypes in it.
Surprise!
Oh.
Surprise! Tom King's a racist. Huh? Funny how that works.
Wow, I don't like him. That made me even hate him even more now.
Well, he was in the part of the CIA where, like, not gonna lie, like if you were like in that environment, like that stuff can ruin your image of people, man.
Says they were in the same. Brandon said they were in the same orphanage. And Mac, welcome. He says, Brandon, that was that the kids' book where they went to elementary school together.
I don't remember.
No, they made Diana dumb.
But so I wanted to ask Jared this, right? Because the Game Awards are tomorrow.
Oh,
right. Yes. If they showed the Wonder Woman game and it's top notch, and and obviously it's single player, and they showed the pre-order bonus, and it's the Absolute Universe.
That's the question.
Skin. Would you pre-order it?
I'm gonna pre-order the game anyway. It's Wonder Woman. Why would I not?
No, because sometimes people say, "Oh, I'm gonna pre-order it," and then they don't do it.
I pre-ordered every game I've said I'm going to pre-order, so I'll definitely do it.
Okay.
See, for me,
Randy
it's
said,
different. I say I want to pre-order it, and then I open my wallet, and then moths come out of it, and be like, maybe
well, you know,
someday."
Bianca, there's a trick to that. It's called checking first before you say you're going to pre-order something.
But then I don't have it anymore.
Okay.
Randy's got a question. There was a drop off in sales for the Absolute Universe?
Not really. Not that severe. I think it was fine enough.
Brandish is saying it was in a young adult novel. Okay.
Okay. That's why I didn't hear it.
Okay. That's really cool. So, with also, I got to mention this, right? If we get more than one superhero game there at the Game Awards, how hype would you be if we got the Wolverine game there?
I'm starting to get a little weary of that Wolverine game, so
Weary as in
there's some stuff behind the scenes about that where I'm like, I'm getting a little concerned.
Okay.
I'll go into it on a different stream.
Okay. By the way, have you guys picked up the new Power Rangers game? Just out of curiosity.
Not yet. I gotta.
There's a new Power Rangers game. I just got Battle
Rita's
of the
Rewind.
Grid like 2 years ago.
It's called Rita's Rewind, and
Rita's
it's
Rewind.
pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. So, be sure to check myself and RTP as we'll be playing that next Thursday. That's for sure. All right. So I think this is a good way to wrap up, and we're gonna do our outros now, and we're gonna give you guys fun. Put your final comments, questions in the chat before we wrap up. And before I do forget, I owe you guys the gifted membership from last night's stream, because you guys have been so awesome, and you guys have legitly given me some cool stuff. By the way, guys, make sure you hit the like button on the stream.
Please do.
Please do hit that.
Definitely do.
Please do hit that like button and share the stream with your friends and let them know about my channel and say that, look, hey, your boy Teladia is he's streaming and he does gifted memberships and all sorts. Okay, so I've gifted 5. Let's see who gets it. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, who gets the gifted memberships. Let's see, Johnny Dome Studios, who gets the gifted
Mute it.
I know it's muted. Let's see, Johnny Dome.
No, it's not muted. I can hear it. Mute it.
Oh, you can hear it. Okay, 1 second. Oh, you can hear it. Okay, 1 second. That's my bad. That's my fault. Sorry, guys. That's my fault. All right. Oh no, I don't want to copy that. Well, I don't know why. Just what I'm doing. All right, Absolute Universe. There we go. Okay, so is it okay now?
Yeah, it should be good.
All right, it's muted. All right.
So
Johnny Dome Studios has got a gifted membership. Let's see who else gets gifted from today. But if nobody else gifted, make sure you hit that gift button. And if you want to become a member and get exclusive perks, hit that join button, and you too could get some great content coming in the future.
$1 million now.
I wish. But okay, I don't think there's any other. I'm surprised there's not many other gifted members. For some reason, it hasn't gifted. Blame YouTube. I blame YouTube on that.
Always.
By the way, Brandon Store is saying, I'm sorry, but Gunn's Superman costume sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like Diaper Man, not Superman.
Wait, how does
I've seen something on Twitter, right? Somebody put on a post that, like the thing from Tokyo Comic Con, where it's instead of it saying Superman, it says Diaper Man.
I'm so confused. What's the what's the reference to the joke?
Superman.
Is it pronounced diaper? Oh, I spelled it dipper in my brain.
It's because Superman's got trunks. That's why they're calling him Diaper Man. That's the reason. Am I right?
Oh, I love the trunks.
Ah, God. We got another Trunks lover here, Jared.
I love Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
And she's gone. I'm only joking. All right, so Jared, please give us outros. Firstly, Bianca, where can they find you? What you got coming up on your channel?
I'm dying. It's okay. Okay, so I am myself in comics on YouTube, Instagram, literally any other social media that exists except Threads. And I'm actually going to be going live in about an hour-ish or so, doing an interview of a comic book, or actually, it might be a YA novel. This is what I'm going to be doing, interviewing, because I have no idea what that is. It's most likely going to be a novel. It looks like a novel from the picture, called Broken.
Okay, cool. So, Jared, what you got coming up on your channel, mate? And
Well,
where
I
they can find
just
you?
uploaded to Comics League my How I Would Write Superman. Watch out, Lois Lane. And tomorrow for under 2K, well, first I have the gaming stream tomorrow. We're playing Lego Batman 3. And for under 2K, we're going to be talking about why Jim Lee's art is awesome. And then at 9 p.m., we have a member stream. And then let's see what else. Friday's obviously Comics League Dark. Saturday, we're talking about Sky High. And then Saturday night about, yeah.
Oh!
It's a great movie. Then at
I love
9 p.m. or so, Britt and I are going to be going live to discuss Scott Summers and Emma Frost as a couple compared to Superman and Wonder Woman.
Okay, that's interesting. I dig
I'm not
it.
Wonder Woman, you know?
I dig it. As for me, guys, what I got coming up on my channel is I'll be doing a reaction video to Creature Commandos episode 3 that will be going up Friday night into Saturday. I'll be getting that video recorded either tonight or tomorrow because there's a lot going on. So obviously I want to get it done. And then on Friday, I might do a stream. I might not for Marvel Rivals. I'll let you guys know. And then Saturday is Saturday I'll be on Thingish channel, Sci-Fi Center, as we'll be watching Spider-Man No Way Home. And then next week will be Snyder Fans Read Comics as per usual. This will be the last Snyder Fans Read Comics of 2024. So putting that out there, let me give you guys notice now. The last 2024 Snyder Fans Read Comics episode will be next week. And after that, we're taking a week's break. So, and also just a reminder as well, we're doing the Power Rangers podcast show every Thursday. So next week, we'll be back with the Power Rangers podcast show with RTP. So on that note, take us away, Jared, as usual, your usual outro.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zoe is the Max Sabat for life. See you later.
All right, we'll see you later. Bye.